Mr. Llewellyn, would you like to go first? Are you ready? I guess that. Mr. Broadway, you want to go?
Sure.
Okay.
I guess I need that microphone.
You need a microphone? You can take the microphone. Which one? Okay.
Put this here.
There you go. Just for the record, none of the other candidates showed up.
Boo!
There you go. Yeah?
Well, then they'll be late, right?
That'll be up to the panelists that if they want to let them come in. So let the record reflect that.
Hi, Michael Broadway, Veterans in Politics. I guess I have, my question's for you. Can you tell me what your thoughts are on campus carry as well as teachers being armed in the school district?
You have a minute?
After being trained, of course, not just.
You have a minute.
Campus, when you say campus carry?
Campus carry for, say, the colleges, just your opinion on that, and then as well, teachers that have had training, CCW permits in the school districts.
Okay. I taught at high school, and we had issues sometimes with violent kinds of interactions, sometimes with students. Not often with staff, but sometimes with students or students out on the streets. And my real take on that is that if people are appropriately trained, if people are given the background, for example, good background checks, and have the understanding, sometimes, that could prevent a lot of issues that happen on the school. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but there may be people such as yourself as a military person who have had training, and you have gotten that kind of not only information but background support. I think it must be considered. It has to be a consideration. Consideration for
Go
sure.
ahead and finish your thought if you like.
Just a consideration for sure.
Okay, next panelist, please.
Kevin, I just want to put on the record, I'm not a military person.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No worries, thank
No
you.
problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, Patrick Llewellyn, Veterans of Politics. As far as technology and embracing that into the classroom, like at the earliest levels, kindergarten, first grade, and bringing that up through the 12th grade, factoring in, I know technology changes by the day, but what are the plans and measures in place now to fully embrace cutting edge technology for our students?
The district has a very aggressive.
1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, the district has a very aggressive program that encompasses all of the instructional areas. Students, we've got Google as a part of partnership. We've got Amazon in terms of different tablets. Certainly we've got all the various computers from Samsung to Compaq to the various computers throughout the school district. The technology is highly integrated into the classroom and into the instruction. And quite frankly, it opens up a whole world for students. Students come from the first grade, kindergarten to the first grade and to the 12th grade. They know a lot more than I've ever began to know. And it's the way the world is operating, and it has to be that way.
Okay, next panelist, please.
Dr. Fred Conquest from CSN, Executive Director of the Citizens for a Better America. Would you support a complete forensic audit of the Clark County School District so everybody kind of knows where the money's going?
Absolutely, absolutely. Any kind of an audit. We have an open book on the website, but any type of audit, this is your and our money. And every penny and how it's spent and how it's going toward instructional programs, towards students, towards salaries, has to be audited. And absolutely, any time that we need to do that, I would support that wholeheartedly.
Okay, next panelist.
Hi there, Matt. My name is Tim PETARRA. I'm a millennial voter and a college student. I'm asking all people this question. What is your view on political correctness in our education system?
Political correctness in our educational system?
Yes. What is your opinion of it?
Well, my opinion of it, I'm probably one of the people that's not always politically correct. Because politics, I think, always gets in the way of sometimes what is honest and what is needed. And so we shade and we move things around and we say things that people want us to say. And I think that's very harmful in the long run. It doesn't provide the basis for trust. It doesn't provide the basis for us elevating the conversation. And we play games with words. And we make words out to be one way, and then our actions become another way. I'm not a big fan of political correctness, personally.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next panelist, thank you.
Hi, my name is Pamela Caton, and I'm with Evolution Travel. What program do you have in place for children who have physical disabilities? Meaning children who are not developmentally disabled, but those who just have a physical disability where they can comprehend the work, they can participate in it, they just need assistance, physical assistance.
Okay.
Do you have any kind of inclusion program?
Okay, we have probably a variety of programs that I would like to share with you. First of all, as much as we can, we try to do inclusion. Students learn well from each other. And even though a student may have some physical handicaps or disabilities, that doesn't take away from their mind, it doesn't take away from their ability to share. And guess what? The students on the other side can be so helpful as well. So it's very, very important. The other part to that is that we have physical therapists, we have people who work in what we call occupational therapy to help students. For example, if they're having problems writing, there's kind of, not mechanical things, but some kinds of aids to help them to do that. If they're having trouble pushing themselves up out of a wheelchair, they have programs and assistance where they're taught by these therapists what the student can do so that they can become as much, more independent and as much involved as they can.
Time.
So we have
Very
good
good.
programs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ms. Young.
Thank you.
My name is Robert Faust. My question is, where are you on school vouchers? Do you approve or not approve?
My idea on vouchers is that when students need, I believe in what we call options for students. I believe in openness where people can, parents and students can make their choices. So I'm a big fan of choices. What I am not a fan of is taking money away from maybe public schools or programs that are already in dire shape, and then taking those funds and then putting them maybe in private schools or taking them and putting them in other programs kind of schools. I do support anything that can help parents make a decision about maybe other educational programs, but we're already in dire straits in Clark County School District. And the voucher program really is taking away from a lot of my schools that have very limited funds.
Linda, my name is Scott LAFATA. I'm with Citizens for a Better America. Just give us a simple answer about what is the most important issue that you will address if you're elected.
Simply getting qualified educators in every classroom. Getting more people to even go into the educational field. And making sure that they're not only qualified, but they're passionate about learning, because learning makes a big difference in our world, in our city.
All right, great, thank you.
Again. So what I'm going to do is, do you have another follow-up question?
No, we don't. We're going to wrap up, and so I guess she gets the minute to...
Well, I'm going to give her a minute, but hold on, let me see the audience. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to give a question? Keep it limited down to a question so she can answer it for a minute. Thank you, sir. You state your name and the question.
My name is Stephen Dempsey. I've been asking questions about ELL. And if you participated in that, which I understand you are because of your income, do you think that was done fairly and that will improve things as far as where the people's money goes to help their children that want to learn?
What I think is that it's an improvement over what we had. Is it the best? We don't know yet. We're going to try. We're going to look at it. But the bottom line of what I really liked about the program are maybe four components. One is ELL and non-ELL students. We need to have students speaking more languages. I went to China. Those students are speaking 3 languages. We're the only country where people mostly only speak 1 language. I am encouraging students here to speak more than 1 language. English, maybe another language, maybe Spanish or French, and I would suggest Mandarin. The other component to the program that I really liked was we've got to get parents and community, more parents engaged in their child's education. And that has a strong focus on that. The other part that I liked about the program was that it is going to do a lot more in following students, not necessarily isolating students and putting them over here, but integrating them into the educational program so that not only do they learn, but their students learn.
Okay, is there anybody else from the audience who would like to ask a question? Thank you so much. State your name and your question, please.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Young. My name is Karen Steelman. Thank you for being here today. I'm the Auxiliary Director with Veterans Politics. My question is about funding. It's an issue that comes up with many candidates and elected representatives. I'm familiar with budgeting on the state level, and so that kind of trickles down into city and county. From my own personal experiences, I know for a fact that most budgets can be cut 20% right off the top and not ever affect salaries or effectiveness of the offices. So you mentioned that there's an issue with funding and we're not getting enough funding. Had you considered the spending portion of that formula?
Yes, interesting you would ask that. Last summer, we literally sat down and went line by line through every budget because we needed to, from our perspective, and someone asked about having, Mr. Conquest asked about having an audit or having the budget always reviewed. I totally agree with that. And in fact, I think the budget should always be open, and people that have understanding of budget needs to sit down, even in a large group, and say, hey, had you thought about this? Had you thought about this? Had you thought about that? And even if that is a part of an educational program that is a continuation, it still ought to be questioned. So any kind of review such as that is always welcome, and we can always try to cut and shave, always.
Time.
Thank you so much.
All right, that concludes our interview with District C School Board Trustee. So let me note this again. There were 3 other candidates that registered and they did not show up. And this is Trustee Linda Young. She is the president of the School Board, Clark County School Board Trustees. So again, I want to thank the sponsors, Scott Cromley of Rhythm Kitchen Restaurant, Ron Q Foundation, Paul Padilla, owner of Paul Padilla Law, Michael Broadway, Robert Stoffel Law Group, Brent Jones, owner of Real Water. You guys got your waters, right? Good. So, and of course, George Carson, owner of alltalkradio.net, and the wonderful, talented Mr. Kevin Wall of Battleborn Radio. Thank you so much for being here. Dr. Young, it's a pleasure. You're going to be around to answer any questions.